Yellow Jackets.
33 tie, but Luke, that was not the telltale sign in that first half. St. Vincent led by much as 12, starting with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the first half. They led for almost 19 minutes of gameplay. Waynesburg's only had a 37-second lead, and somehow this game is still tied.
Yeah, the Yellow Jacket lead that you were referring to was right out of the gate, and that was because of I know we keep mentioning it, but a pregame technical foul. So Callista Friday shot one free throw before the tip-off, giving the Yellow Jackets a 1-0 lead. That was the last time they had a lead in this game, but late in this first half, they cut the lead short, and now it's tied all at 33. About time to get ready for the second half.
It all led by Mia Hankins. She leads all players in tonight's contest with 10 points. Callista Friday had 9 for herself. That comes with 5 in the second quarter. And Waynesburg ending their game on a 9-2 run with the last 3 minutes and 17 seconds. Very important statistic to note. Another one to note, Tori Wesolowski and Jules Moorbacher, each with 2 fouls in that first half. They did not play the majority of that second quarter, so we'll see what head coach Sam Jones elects to do with his team. And on the other side for St. Vincent, it was a very impressive start, an incredible first quarter for the Bearcats, coming out scoring 22 points, however just 11 in that second quarter, allowing Waynesburg to come back and tie the game. And they are led by head coach Cam Gissendanner. It's her first season as head coach. She spent the last 12 years at La Roche, however, she has an impressive resume that follows her 8 AMCC championships, including 10 AMCC championship appearances. She also coached at Division I, not for long, St. Francis University, with 2 NECC championship appearances, along with a very impressive career behind her, which we'll get a chance to talk about later, because I think it's important to note, especially on a day like today of National Girls and Women's in Sports Day being celebrated here at St. Vincent College, with the pink t-shirts being handed out to fans and basketball players alike. That buzzer sounds, which means it's time to get back into it. Jules Moorbacher will start for the starting 5 for Waynesburg. It's her, Friday, Wesolowski, Justice, and Hankins, the original starting 5 for the Yellow Jackets. And now is Friday off the inbound. Friday crosses the timeline and gives it to Wesolowski in the right wing. Now back to Friday, who works through the zone defense of the Bearcats. Now to the left wing of Justice, back to the right wing for Friday. Friday elects for a 3 off the front iron, no good, but rebounded by Moorbacher. She'll spin around, go for the layup and in. Jules Moorbacher gets her first point since the first quarter and gives Waynesburg its first lead since the first quarter, 35-33. Now here come the Bearcats. Pontius has it in the left wing with under 20 to shoot. Pontius going down to the left block to Basher. Basher goes top of the key over to Evans. Evans works right side of the right block, and it's collected off the miss by Wesolowski. And here comes Friday. Bounce pass to Justice. 2 steps. Left-handed layup, not enough on it. And now here comes St. Vincent off the Waynesburg miss. It's Pontius on the right side. Works near the top of the key to Mayer. Mayer now works to the right side, near the right elbow, spins to the right block, and her layup is in with an in-one opportunity to follow. That's 9 points for Mayer and potentially 10 if she makes this and-one opportunity, which would tie for the game high in A player in points. Mayer, the 5'10 senior forward from Butler, Pennsylvania. She's a Butler High School graduate, and she has 10 points, giving St. Vincent another lead, and it's by 1 point, though. Long pass to Justice from Friday across the timeline's good. Now Moorbacher gets it from Justice. Now back to Justice. Wesolowski to Friday. Friday from the right wing goes, and the Yellow Jackets playing hot potato with the pass, and this one goes to Hankins for a 3. It's missed and collected by Friday. Wesolowski tries for a 15-foot floater. That's no good, and it's collected by Mayer and the Bearcats. McKenna Mayer works with Meiji Justice on her, goes left side, and it stays. And Pontius with a deep left wing 3, no good, collected by Hankins. She'll hand it off to Friday on the right side. Friday surveys, pretends she's going to take a 3, and now she moves into the paint. Works from the free throw line. Her floater's good. Callista Friday has 11 points on her evening, and now Waynesburg has the lead. 37-36, 8:09 left to go in the first half, and Pontius has it for the Bearcats. Pontius over, bounce pass to Evans in the right wing near the St. Vincent bench. Staying on the right side is Evans with Moorbacher on her. Now down low to Mayer. Mayer spins, left-handed hook is good. 12 points for Mayer, and she gets St. Vincent its lead back, 38-37. 7:48 left to go in this third quarter. Friday on the left side, crosses the timeline. Hankins travels along the baseline. She'll kick it out. Left wing three for Macy Justice is good. Nothing but net. Macy Justice gets her first points on the evening from outside the arc. Now here's Yancey for the Bearcats from the left wing to the left block. And a left-handed layup is good. Olivia Yancey gets point number 5 on her afternoon, and we are back to being tied at 40 apiece. Each team scored 7 since coming out of the half. 7:13 left to go, and another Macy Justice left wing three is good, and it's an uncontested rebound for Evans and the Bearcats. Now over to Ponches. Ponches from the right wing thinks about a three, but she'll pass it to the left wing for Yancey for a three, and that's an uncontested rebound for Wesolowski and the Yellow Jackets. Friday has it left wing. Yellow Jackets pass it around now to Wesolowski in that left block. Right foot spin move rather no good, and collected by Evans. Evans working quick, traveling into the paint. Right-handed layup uncontested for Evans with her speed. Goes in. Evans says 4, and the Bearcats lead by 2. Friday gets the inbound and crosses the timeline with 6.5 minutes to go. Wesolowski, right wing. This time it's Justice from the right wing, and that rattles in. Macy Justice, 6 points in her last minute or so. Finding her way outside the arc, and Waynesburg has a 43-42 lead. 6:16 left to go, third quarter, and it's Yancey in the left wing. Yancey works left to right, now to the right elbow. She'll spin around with that left pivot foot to Evans in the right wing. Evans works from the right wing, now inside the left elbow. Now travels over to the right block, but it's going to give it off to Basher, who makes it from just inside the three-point arc. Basher has now 10 points. She's in double-digit range and gives St. Vincent a lead, 44-43, 5:50 left to go in the third quarter. Wesolowski sets a screen for Friday at the top of the key. Friday surveys, and it's going to be intercepted by Basher. Basher gives it to Evans. Evans works quick again with her speed. Stays right side with Hankins on her. Too much there for the right-handed layup. And Friday collects the rebounds and works fast. It's a 3-on-2 for the Yellow Jackets. Friday from the left elbow. Left-handed layup, no good. Trying to do it herself, but it's collected by the Bearcats. And now here comes Ponches. Right wing, Yancey all alone. 3 is good. Olivia Yancey, 8 points with her second 3 of the night. 47-43, St. Vincent's put together a 4-point lead with 5:10 left to go in the third quarter. Now it's Hankins left wing. Hankins gives it off to the right wing to Justice. Justice works top of the key to the left elbow. Now it's Friday with the left wing, uncontested 3. There it is! It's a 3-point party in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Callista Friday, 14 points on her afternoon, and brings Waynesburg within 1, 47-46, under 5 to go in the third quarter. Ponches, top of the key to Evans. Evans to Yancey in the right wing. Yancey with Friday on her and 14 left to shoot. Yancey over to Basher, down low to Mayer. Mayer contested with Moorbacher, falls down but gets the pass to Evans. Now top of the key to Basher. Basher between 3 Yellow Jackets will shoot, no good. Moorbacher for the rebound, and Friday will move. With a long-range pass to Tori Wesolowski, had too much on it. Rolls out the far baseline, and we'll have our first stoppage in play in what seems like an eternity. 4:22 left to go. St. Vincent leads 47-46, and we will go into our immediate timeout with another fast-paced first start to our third quarter.
As you said, it's been a shootout here in this third quarter here, Ethan. Callista Friday with 5 points here so far in this third quarter, this second half. Macy Justice, 2 3-pointers. Huge addition for this Yellow Jacket team. Jules Moorbacher adding the other 2 points for the Yellow Jackets in this half. Brooke Evans with 2 points this half for the Bearcats. Cam Basher scored her first point since the first quarter. She's now up to 10. Olivia Yaney scoring a bucket and a 3. She has 5 points in this quarter. Up to 8 now. McKenna Meyer up to 9. And the Bearcats only lead by 1.
Yeah, Bearcats did win by 2 in their first contest this season. It was a 75-73 win as Danielle Ponches hit the game-winning free throw to allow St. Vincent to take the lead, and then it was a Kara McFadden missed 3 on the last shot of the game that settled their fate. And that marked of the last 10 games, St. Vincent is 8-2 against the Yellow Jackets. And as well, from 2016 to 2021, St. Vincent had a 12-game winning streak over Waynesburg, so the history points in the Bearcats' favor with more success. However, Waynesburg this year giving St. Vincent a fair bit of a run for its money with so far 2 closely contested games. This is the first game as well, a lot more foul heavy, as we have not seen as many fouls as we did back in December. St. Vincent gets the inbound off the turnover from Waynesburg, and now it's Evans on the right side. She'll dish it to Yancey in the right wing. With 4:10 left to go and a fresh 30 seconds, now down to 17. St. Vincent tries to score. Moorbacher falls over, and Yancey's going to take it to the left-handed layup for the rim. And that's 10 points for Olivia Yancey, as she's the 5th player tonight to score 10-plus points in tonight's contest. McFadden, who came in off the immediate timeout, gives it to Hankins, and Hankins works on the left side of the court, kind of in no woman's land, and now steps to the top of the key. To Claire Page Miller in the right wing, now to Moorbacher in the left elbow, now to the left block, driving inside. She forces contact in the foul from Pfeiffer. Emerson Pfeiffer picks up her 2nd personal foul, and the team's first of the quarter. That means Moorbacher's going to the line to shoot 2. Jules Moorbacher, 5 points coming into these 2 free throws, and gets her first to go in. Moorbacher was 1 of 2 in the first quarter in her only other free throw attempts. His scores now 49-47. Moorbacher takes 2 dribbles off her stance and misses the second one, so Waynesburg stays down 2, and here comes St. Vincent off the rebound. Pontius with a 2-point lead and 3:30 left to go in the third quarter. Works from the right side in the screen from Mayer. Stays left side with Hankins on her. Can't get that one to fall in, and Moorbacher gets the rebound. It's Graceland Corey with the ball, working back down the court on the right side with McDowell on her. McDowell coming in off the immediate timeout as well, as Kim McFadden thinks about a deep top of key 3, no good. Corley contests for the ball, and St. Vincent will touch it last off the baseline, which means Waynesburg keeps it with 20 seconds. And Aubrey Burns will replace Mia Hankins here with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter. So Corley will do the inbounding for the Yellow Jackets. She'll survey, looking around. She'll get it into a tight window to McFadden in the right wing. McFadden thinks about a right wing 3. She'll take the shot. It's no good, but a foul occurs before the shot by St. Vincent. It's going to go on Olivia, or rather it's going to go on
Jules Moorbacher.
Down low along the baseline. It looked to be originally as if it was going to be on St. Vincent, but Moorbacher picks up her 3rd personal foul of the game. It'll be the first of the quarter for the Yellow Jackets. And now here comes Pontius for the Bearcats with a 2-point lead, 49-47, 2:58 left to go in third quarter. Yancey at the top of the key, working right side, goes right elbow, near the right block, spin around, bounce pass over to McDowell in the right wing. McDowell works from right to left, goes to the right, rather the left block, spins around, puts up an easy floater, and is good. Camilla McDowell has her first points of the evening, and it's a 4-point lead now for the Bearcats, 51-47. Claire McFadden on the left side. She gives it to Liv Ammons, who came in off of the foul. Now gives it to McFadden in the left wing. McFadden works on the right side, bounce pass to Corley down low, rattles in and one! Graceland Corley, 4 points on her night, and potentially 5 pending this free throw. Yellow Jackets 3 of 7 in the first half on free throws, and 1 of 2 here in this second half. Waynesburg in the free throw department averaging near 69% from the line this year. That's about middle of the pack, no pun intended, 5th place in the PAC. Corley takes 2 dribbles and will get it to go. So 5 points for her, and more importantly, a 3-point play to bring Waynesburg within 1. 51-50, 2:18 left to go, third quarter. Pontius works on her inbounding duties again, and she has it off the inbound. To the right wing, directing traffic for her Bearcats. Pfeiffer sets a screen for her, and she'll work to the left block. Skies the way up, no good, and Claire Page Miller has the rebound. Page Miller down low to Corley, a little too much on it, but Claire Page Miller gets the loose ball. Miller sends one up off the back iron, no good, and then Burns makes a collision with Rismiller. And what Waynesburg pleads for a travel while Rismiller rolls on the ground. It'll be ruled a jump ball, and the arrow favors St. Vincent, so the Bearcats keep possession. And now Basher inbounds it to Pontius on the right side. Under 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Riz Miller from the left wing, or rather right wing, works left side to Yancey to the left wing. Yancey has a few dribbles, has Corley on her. She'll now go right side to the right block, force her way in, gets one off the front of the rim, no good, and it's collected by Aubrey Burns. Odd woman rush here for the Yellow Jackets, but they'll slow things down as Kara McFadden collects it. It was last touched by a Bearcat off a loose pass. It was last touch, rather, to be specific, by Basher. And now there will be another substitution. Coming back in will be Brooke Evans in replacement for number 21, Olivia Yancey. Graceland Corey will inbound next to her own bench with 1:24 left to go in the third quarter, and McFadden collects that in the left wing. Now working towards top of the key, now drives inside the paint. Liv Ammons thinks about a right wing three. It's good! Liv Ammons, 5 points for her. And Waynesburg has a 2-point lead, its largest lead of the night, thanks to a Liv Ammons three. We are nearing a minute left to go in this third quarter. Pontius has it right side to Basher. Basher goes down low to Evans. Evans in the paint. She'll spin left side, left-handed dish, no good. Rebounds, rolls around, and Waynesburg will pick it up. McFadden crosses the timeline now. Right wing to Graceland Corley with 48 seconds left to go. She loses the ball, but collects it in the right corner. Corley looks, bounce pass to McFadden, left wing. McFadden drives inside, looks, but it's an air ball. Last touch by Corley before rolling out the far baseline, and St. Vincent will get a chance again on the offensive possession with 39.4 ticks left to go in this third quarter. Basher will inbound it to Evans, as there is a 9-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Evans with Corley on her works right side in the right wing. She'll pass it off to left elbow to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer drives right side and is fouled on her shot attempt. So Pfeiffer will go to the line to shoot two. Emerson Pfeiffer has 2 points, or rather 8 points tonight. No free throws. And she'll take her first attempts tonight. As that foul, wait to hear who it is officially on, as Pfeiffer misses her first one. That's going to go on Clara Page Miller. It'll be Clara Page Miller's first personal foul, only the team's third of the quarter, so no real issue there. And Pfeiffer gets her second one to go to bring the game within one. Waynesburg with a dark shot clock has 22 seconds left to work with. McFadden across the timeline left side. It's Clara Page Miller in the left wing. A tip pass attempted for Burns is going to also tip off of Burns' hands, rolling on the near sideline. So now all of a sudden St. Vincent down one has a chance to score with 15 seconds left. 53-52 is that score. Basher will inbound near us to Pontius. Pontius has Burns on her with now 12 seconds left. Pontius just crosses the timeline right side. Goes near the St. Vincent bench, bounce pass to Yancey at top of the key. Now over to Evans. Evans at the top of the key. Right wing to Yancey. Yancey surveys right wing three off the iron, no good. And the buzzer sounds, and Waynesburg coming in with 20 points in the third quarter to hold on to a 1-point lead. It's 53-52 as we're going to enter our final 10 minutes of basketball here in the Carey Center.
The Yellow Jackets playing outstanding defense here right now. This game is a shootout, especially in this second half. It's a 1-point game. I mean, if you told me this was going to be a 1-point game a couple minutes into if you told me it was going to be a 1-point game heading into the fourth quarter early on in the first, I would have told you you're crazy. It was 12 points at one point. Waynesburg has now led by 2. They currently lead by 1, and we have 10 minutes of play remaining.
Waynesburg was down as much as 12 in the first half, with starting at 3:42. But since then, Waynesburg tied it at 33, erasing that deficit going into halftime. And now Waynesburg outscoring St. Vincent 20-19 in that third quarter. Right now, as it comes to statistics, Calista Friday leads the team, Waynesburg's team, with 14 points. She has 3 threes in that process. On the other side, you have three different Bearcats with 10-plus points. Mayer has 12, Basher has 10, and Yancey also has 10. Yancey collecting 2 threes in that process as well. As we'll look again outside the PAC right now, it's a close contest, especially in that South Division. Chatham is losing by 7, 69-62 to Bethany in Pittsburgh, PA. Westminster holds a 4-point lead over the Allegheny Gators, 37-33. Geneva is losing heavily and mightily right now to Grove City, 51-36. And Hiram has a 5-point lead over Teal, 47-42. And WJ and Franciscan will do battle here in just a few minutes. We're back underway here in the Carey Center in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, as now Karen McFadden has the inbound, and she's going to dish it to left wing three by Emmons. It's a clear miss, but Claire Page Miller gets the rebound, misses the first layup, but gets the second to go. Clara Page Miller has 5 points, her first point since the second quarter, and Waynesburg pushes a 3-point lead. 9:35 left to go in the fourth quarter. Ponchis has it in the left wing for the Bearcats. She'll go to the top of the key to Yancey. Yancey gets a screen from Basher and works on the right side to the right block, but she moves her pivot foot one too many steps, and that means that Waynesburg's going to get the ball off a St. Vincent travel. Claire Page Miller is responsible for inbounding, and here comes the St. Vincent full court press. They haven't been afraid from it. They haven't shied away from it yet, but looks to be more relaxed as everyone has their assignments. And Karen McFadden crosses the timeline and goes to the right wing, now to the right corner for Aubrey Burns. Burns to the right wing for Liv Ammons. Ammons off a screen from Burns, thought about a three, but gives it back to Burns, who works from the right wing to the right elbow. Now left wing, three for Karen McFadden, good! We have splashdown in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. This time it's Karen McFadden with her first points since the first quarter, and she has 7, and it's a 6-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. 8:46 left to go. Yancey left wing. Top of the key to Mayer. Mayer with Ammons on her. Takes 2 steps. Left-handed hook shot's no good. And a blocking foul is going to get called on Clara Page Miller. Her second foul in the entire game. It's only Waynesburg's first of the quarter. But McKenna Mayer now steps to the line for 2 free throws. Mayer's only free throw tonight came off an and one chance that she successfully made. Mayer leads the Bearcats in points right now with 12, and she will extend that to 13 as the deficit's cut now to 5. Waynesburg up 58-53, pending the second free throw from McKenna Mayer, this 5'10 senior forward. And that goes in as well. So Mayer is perfect from the line today, and Waynesburg holds a 4-point lead. 8:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. McFadden has off the inbound off the track. She'll sky it over to Clara Page Miller on their half court. Now it's going to be tempted to go to the right corner, but the pass soars over Liv Ammons' head in the right corner, and St. Vincent's going to get the ball right back and try to cut down on that 4-point lead.
And here come the starters for the Yellow Jackets.
A 5-woman switch by head coach Stan Jones. Friday, Moorbacher, Justice, and Hankins. Rather, it's a 4-person switch as Liv Ammons will stay on the court as Waynesburg's forward. And now Evans crosses the timeline in the right wing. She looked originally for Yancey, but she'll go to Basher. Basher works right side from the block, and has an and one chance. Camden Basher, 12 points, potentially 13 after this and one chance. She makes it. It'll be a 1-point lead for Waynesburg. What started as a promising 6-point lead has now been dwindled down to just 2. And Carmela McDole comes into the game for Ponchis, Danielle Ponchis. And Tori Wazalowski will also make a switch for Jules Moorbacher. Sam Jones put Moorbacher on the floor for less than about a minute, and before she's taken right back off. Now Basher from the free throw line today is 2 of 2. Her and one chance is no good. And Waynesburg collects the offensive rebound with Liv Ammons. Now to Wazalowski off the trap, but she works through, and here gives it to Mia Hankins on the left side, who crosses the timeline with 8 minutes left to go, and she'll give it to Friday. Friday in the right wing. On her is Evans. She'll bounce past top of the key to Hankins, who works right, now back to left. Macy Justice thinks about a left corner 3, but she'll pass it over to Wazalowski, who has it at the right block, loses the ball again to Evans. She'll dribble around with a bounce pass, and a right-handed layup is good. Mia Hankins has her first point since the second quarter. Never too late to join the party, and it's 12 points for Hankins. Waynesburg back in front by 4. 60-56, 7:37 left to go in this fourth quarter. Basher now has it near the right elbow. She'll sky a floater, and it's good. Camden Basher has 14 on her evening, and Calista Friday will take the inbound. Waynesburg up to 60-58 with 7:20 left to go, and Basher forces a turnover. She grabs onto Hankins before it rolls out on the near sideline. We'll wait to see the official ruling, to see who they rule last touched it, and they're going to give it a jump ball, and the possession arrow should be it should be pointing the other way. It hasn't changed, and Sam Jones is incensed with the jump ball call. Sam Jones saying, how was that any question? Basher was the last to touch it and it rolled out. Hankins didn't touch it. And now the officials are going through. It looked like St. Vincent wanted a replay on it to see who touched it. And instead, the officials will stay with this ruling and give it to St. Vincent inbounding on the near sideline.
Not sure how they missed that there on the court.
Nonetheless, it's now Evans off the inbound for St. Vincent, who are down 2, and they'll look to tie on this possession. Basher gives right side. McKenna Mayer, deep right wing three's good! McKenna Mayer, 17 on her evening, and more importantly, St. Vincent has a 1-point lead. 61-60 left to go in this game. Friday at the top of the key goes left wing to Hankins. Hankins works left to right, but will give it to Justice on the right wing. Macy Justice, left wing, wide open three for Hankins, is good! Mia Hankins from outside the arc cannot be stopped. 3 threes for her, 15 points for the night, and it's a 2-point lead again for the Yellow Jackets. 63-61 with 6.5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Now it's Evans, left wing, top of the key to Mayer, who goes to the left wing. She'll hand it off to Yancey in the left wing. Yancey drives left side to the left block, and it's going to be a loose ball off the baseline. Yancey wants a foul on Friday. She won't get it, and Waynesburg will inbound with 6:25 remaining in the game. Claire Page Miller comes in to the game. She substitutes in for Liv Ammons. Claire Page Miller will also inbound as she'll try to go for Mia Hankins. Mass miscommunication, but Wesolowski's able to pick up the loose change, and it's a 2-on-1. Bounce back to Justice, bounce back to Hankins, and Hankins is fouled whenever with the loose ball. And Yancey is incensed by the call. Doesn't feel she was given a fair chance to fight for the ball, and Yancey picks up her first foul, but more importantly, that sends Mia Hankins to the free throw line to shoot 2 and potentially push open a bigger lead. Off the errant pass from Claire Page Miller, Waynesburg's able to hold on thanks to a Tori Wesolowski being aware, and Hankins' first shot is good, 64-61. From there, Wesolowski from the timeline gives it to a 2-on-1 for Hankins and Justice, where Hankins is fouled on a shot by Yancey. And Mia Hankins will go 2 for 2 for her free throw line trip. She is 17 on the night and leads all scorers, 65-61, 6:16 left to go, second half. And now McKenna Mayer, who's made a few threes tonight, will attempt another right wing three, rattles around, no good. And what looked to be a Friday rebound is going to go to Basher. Basher gives it to Yancey, right wing, now back over to Pontius in the left wing. And now on the process, it'll be a foul by Pontius in the left wing on an illegal screen. That means Claire Page Miller is going to get to inbound for Waynesburg to push in even farther lead of 4 points. It's only Pontius' first personal foul. It's only St. Vincent's first of the quarter. Frane works right side. With 5:48 left to go, work to the left side of the court. She takes it to the left block for a left-handed layup. And Basher is going to be the one who gives the foul. And the universal understanding is that the Bearcats are not pleased with a lot of these calls, especially down low, as now Kara McFadden will substitute on for Tori Wesolowski. And then third number 33 as well, Emerson Pfeiffer comes onto the floor for Basher. But Callista Friday will go to the free throw line for her first 2 shots of this fourth quarter. First one is good, 66-61. Callista Friday just recently scored 1,000 career points at Franciscan just 2 games ago. Transfer in from her sophomore. Her second free throw is no good, collected by Pfeiffer. Lead is held at 5 at 66-61, 5:37 and counting in this game. Pontius near the logo with Hankins on her, goes to Mayer in the right wing. Mayer back out top of the key to Pontius. Pontius tries to direct traffic, gives it to Mayer. Mayer in the right wing with Justice on her and 8 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to Pfeiffer right side. Pfeiffer takes 2 steps to the right block. Goes back out, McKenna Mayer, deep left wing, right wing three, no good. And what was almost a shot clock violation is skied out, last touched by Claire Page Miller on the blocking pass. So it will be a fresh 20 seconds for the Bearcats, and now the officials will go to the scorer's table. or rather they won't, for a fresh 20 seconds for the Bearcats. And Clara Page Miller got elbowed up in the nose by Pfeiffer in the process on the inbound. So Pfeiffer gets her third personal foul. It'll be the fourth of the quarter for the Bearcats, and it'll be an inbound for Clara Page Miller. And rather, Macy Justice will do the inbounding instead. But before that, we will have a timeout as the officials will gather to discuss something. It wasn't officially ruled a immediate timeout or any team had taken a timeout. The officials just gathered and whistled both teams. As it is now ruled a immediate timeout. So with 5:11 left to go in the entire game, Waynesburg's up by 5 points, 66-61. And the points tell the story. St. Vincent came out scoring 22 in the first. However, Waynesburg has scored at least 20 or more in the last 2 quarters, giving Waynesburg the 5-point lead. Yellow Jackets shooting 46% from the floor today, which is uncommon because there's an average of 37% from the floor so far this year. Williamsburg as well defensively hasn't been the most sound team, but they're holding St. Vincent down and not really allowing a lot of open opportunities and taking advantage of a lot of mistakes, Luke.
Yeah, 38% from beyond the arc. I don't know if you mentioned that. You're talking about field goal percentage, but that is way above what Waynesburg usually does, almost 10% increase. They're shooting 29% from beyond the arc, putting them in the middle of the pack in the PAC. They're splashing them tonight, whether it's Mia Hankins, who now has made 3 threes. Calista Friday also with 3 threes made. Macy Justice has splashed 2. Kara McFadden has 1. And Liv Ammons also has 1. They are making these buckets. They have made 10 threes from behind the arc, and that is really what is keeping them in this game, their ability to shoot the lights out here this afternoon.
Mia Hankins and McKenna Mayer each have 17 points. They lead all scorers in that category. Waynesburg down 22-10 in the first quarter. They outscore St. Vincent 21-11 in the second quarter. And then it's only a 1-point difference in the third. So each team has had a bit of a lopsided quarter where their offense has stood above their other teams. And then this second half, not the case at all. Consistent back and forth action. As the immediate timeout is now concluded and these teams are going to break away from their huddles. The 5 coming out onto the court, or were planning to come out on the court, are going to be Hankins, Friday, Justice, Clara Page Miller, and Kara McFadden. On the other side for the Bearcats, Pfeiffer, Yancey, Mayer, Evans, and Pontius will be the 5 for the Bearcats. As St. Vincent has won 8 of their last 10 and sit tied first in the South Division at 14-5 overall and 9-1 in conference play. One of those 9 wins did come against Waynesburg back in December, where they won 75-73 over the Yellow Jackets. W&J is playing Franciscan tonight, so if the record shows anything, W&J should be able to win that game. And with a loss here, that would break the tie for record, as W&J would be 10-1 in conference play, and St. Vincent will be 9-2. But we still have 5 minutes, 11 seconds before half of that statement is decided. As the buzzer sounds and Clara Page Miller, or rather, it will be Macy Justice again, to inbound on the far baseline with a fresh 30 seconds of shot clock and 5 minutes and 11 seconds of game clock. Again, St. Vincent deploys its full court press. But again, it's more of just having an assignment. It's going to be Kara McFadden. All of a sudden, a trap is deployed, but it's going to be a jump ball ruled in favor of Waynesburg. That's where the arrow is pointed as Waynesburg get the inbound. It looked like Mayer was going to stay back and run along with Hankins, but instead she cuts in and traps McFadden, forcing the jump ball, but that means Waynesburg still keeps possession. Justice inbounds to Friday near the timeline, and we'll get a bounce pass, and now it's a 5-on-3 for the Yellow Jackets off the trap. McFadden will hold, though, and allow Waynesburg's offense to settle in the left wing. Bounce pass near the baseline. Wide open, Mia Hankins. The layup is good. Mia Hankins keeps it rolling. 19 points for her from the easy layup, and it's a 7-point lead. 68-61, 4:44 left to go in the game. Yancey in the right corner. She'll sky to Pfeiffer to the right block. Pfeiffer takes a step into the paint and gets an easy floater to go. That's going to be 11 points for Emerson Pfeiffer in this contest. And now Friday off the inbound is going to be trapped by Mayer and Evans. And another jump ball is forced, but this time the arrow's in favor of the St. Vincent Bearcats. So with 4:25 remaining in a 5-point deficit, St. Vincent will have an offensive opportunity.
St. Vincent's going to call a timeout, but the Bearcats really starting to use this full court press that they've been playing, and they are now trapping. Waynesburg still up by 5, 68-63, 4:25 remaining in this first half. As we mentioned, St. Vincent just took a timeout. A couple of miscommunications for Waynesburg when it comes to beating this press on these last two drives. Karen McFadden gets tied up because she got left alone in the backcourt with no one there or behind her to help her. And then right there again, the entire team ditched Calista Friday in the backcourt, being trapped by 2 or 3 other women. And that's just not ever going to work for you. No matter who you are, you could have the best handles on planet Earth. That's not going to work for you 1 versus 3 very many times. So Sam Jones, I'm sure, is very happy that the timeout was called there. They can figure something out and how to beat this press.
Yeah, Calista Friday sandwiched between the 5'9" Brooke Evans and the 6'2" Camden Basher. Now Friday only sends a 5'2", so that allowed St. Vincent to deploy the trap, forcing a jump ball. Friday also regressed from near half court in the timeline all the way back to the far baseline, trying to find some sort of opening, but was not the case. And now St. Vincent will have the possession with 4:25 left to go in 20 fresh seconds. Pontius will be doing the inbounding for St. Vincent. She'll look to Basher. Basher gets it with a quick touch and go, but it's rebounded off the miss by Moorbacher. Friday now. Bounce pass to Hankins here at the timeline, and he'll cross. Hankins on the right side and the right sideline near us. Takes a dribble with 20 seconds left to shoot. From the right wing over to the left side of the court. Now back to the right wing. Karen McFadden thought about a 3. She'll think about it again. Right elbow floater, no good. And Basher recollects the rebound off a slap from Friday. He kind of heard it all the way around the gym. No foul called, though, and here come the Bearcats. Right side, it's Pontius. Takes a left-handed layup opportunity, no good, but it's a foul in the process, so St. Vincent will collect a foul on possession. And Pontius will get to shoot 2. Foul is going to go on Mia Hankins. It's Hankins' first foul of the game. It is Waynesburg's 3rd foul of the quarter. Pontius makes her first free throw go in. Pontius 3 points on the day so far, but that came back in the first quarter. Pontius, though, 2 for 2 from free throws. And her second free throw is also good, which makes our score 68-65. Waynesburg leads by 3 with under 4 to go in the game. Friday off the inbound, working on the left side. Crosses the timeline near the top of the key now. Goes right wing to Mia Hankins. Hankins on the right side will push towards the right baseline in the near the right corner. Goes top of the key back to Friday. Friday checks the clock and sees there's 10 seconds. Works from a screen from Clara Page Miller. She'll bounce past to Miller in the paint. Miller takes one up to the rim, trying to go in for a layup, which will be fouled on her shot. So Clara Page Miller finds her way back to the free throw line. Foul is going to go on Brooke Evans. It's only her first personal. St. Vincent has really spaced out a lot of these fouls. Be the 5th team foul. It is a shooting foul, so Clara Page Miller will shoot 2 and she misses her first. Clara Page Miller now 2 of 3, or rather 1 of 3 from free throws here today. Trying to give it Waynesburg a 4-point lead. Second one connects, 69-65 with 3:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. Here comes Pontius on the right side off a screen from Mayer in the right wing, now to the top of the key. Bounce pass to Yancey, right wing 3, wide open all alone, no good. And collected by Clara Page Miller. Waynesburg collects another defensive rebound. And here comes Calista Friday up the left side of the court. She again checks the clock and sees 3:07 of game time left. A screen from Clara Page Miller allows her to pass to Mia Hankins. Jules Moorbacher has it now near the top of the key. Gets it to her right hand for a right-handed layup. That's so good. Mayer picks up the rebound. And Clara Page Miller forces a turnover, but it's collected by Mayer off a collision from Hankins. That's where the foul will go. Near the timeline, rather on the timeline, and Hankins picks up her second personal foul. Be Waynesburg's 4th personal foul. So not into the bonus quite yet. But here comes Pontius off the inbound, crossing the timeline. Now under 3 to go in the game. Pontius with Hankins on her. Stays in the right wing, goes to Mayer in the left elbow. Mayer to the right elbow, now over to Basher, and now back to Mayer in the right wing. Now back over to Basher, who's also in the right wing. And there's miscommunication between Evans and Basher. She tries to sky pass over to Evans in the left corner, but it'll be touched by Evans out of bounds, which means Waynesburg gets the possession with 2.5 minutes in the fourth quarter and a 4-point lead. 69-65, Waynesburg gets the inbound in, and it's Friday near the timeline. Friday gets trapped near the timeline, and she'll call for a timeout rather than allowing to come to another jump ball. As Friday heaves the ball over, is clearly upset by falling herself into the trap. So with 2:21 remaining in the game, Waynesburg's 4-point lead will be halted for another 30 seconds off the timeout by Callista Friday and the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Waynesburg now with the 4-point lead. Both teams are a foul away from letting the other team into the bonus. So once we get a foul here, we'll be shooting some free throws. Waynesburg, don't be afraid to get fouled. If I'm the Yellow Jacket, that's what I'm telling. If I'm Sam Jones, that's what I'm telling my team. Don't be afraid to get fouled. We're shooting well from the line today. Let's sink some and get out of here.
Speaking of fouls, Jules Moorbacher, to note, does have 4. One more personal foul, and she would be done fouling out her way. No one else has more than 2 fouls on the team, so no other player in jeopardy of foul trouble right now. But now off the 30-second timeout, Claire Page Miller has the inbounding duties. Her choices are Friday, Hankins, Moorbacher, and McFadden, but she'll go with Friday. Now it's Moorbacher with it in the right wing. Top the key to Miller. Miller goes back to Karen McFadden in the right wing, who takes it to the right elbow. She'll look on the left side for somebody. Hankins is the one who gets it, but it's a clear block by Basher on Hankins' attempt. And it's going to stay with the Yellow Jackets as it was last touched by a Bearcat, but Basher showing off that 6'2" frame with a clear block on Hankins.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
McFadden tries to see if she's going to inbound it to, and it goes to Hankins. Again, though, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Hankins settles for a deep right wing 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Collected by McKenna Mayer. She'll give it to Evans on the right side across the timeline, but has under 2 left to go in a 4-minute deficit for the Bearcats. Yancey from the left wing with Friday on her, and under 20 now to shoot. Yancey drives to the left block. Thinks about it. Spin cycle, layup no good. And Claire Page Miller gets the rebound. McFadden back to Friday. As the quick pass is going for the Yellow Jackets. As Moorbacher will get it now to McFadden. And the Yellow Jackets slow it down. As you'll start to see a lot of time taken off this clock here. Moorbacher in the left wing. Now towards the timeline is Hankins. Waynesburg not showing any pressure of a shot with 8 seconds left in the shot clock. Friday now is near the top of the key, but there's 5 to shoot. McFadden takes a 10-foot floater. That soars its way in. 9 points for McFadden. And the lead is extended to 6, 71-65. Waynesburg up on St. Vincent, trying to dethrone the Queens of the South. Pontius gives it to Mayer for a top-the-key 3. That's well off the mark. Claire Page Miller gets the rebound, now goes to Friday. Under a minute to go with a 6-point lead. Yellow Jackets drive left side. See if anyone's to foul for the Bearcats, as that's what they're going to choose to do, as Evans soars in on Friday, who was in the right wing. Evans picks up her second personal foul. It will be the 5th of the quarter for the Bearcats, which means Callista Friday is going to head to the free throw line, shooting 2 shots. Friday's first free throw is good. Friday 2 of 3 coming into these 2 free throws. She's now 3 of 4, and the lead is up to 7, 72-65. Friday, second free throw off the back of the iron, but there will be a timeout by St. Vincent after the free throw. So the teams go to their respective huddles, and Waynesburg takes with them a 7-point lead with 46.4 seconds remaining in the game.
If I'm Waynesburg here and I'm Sam Jones, no fouls at all. Make sure you do not foul, because make them waste as much of the shot clock as you can. There's 29 seconds on the shot clock. 1 second came off after St. Vincent grabbed that rebound. 46 seconds. So they can only have 1 or 2, maybe 2 possessions if they want to, and it's a 3 or 4 possession game right now for the Yellow Jackets, up by 7. No foul. Let them shoot. Let them waste time, and then get fouled and sink a couple of free throws. And you are winners here today.
St. Vincent 9 of 11 from the free throw line. That's good for 82%. Waynesburg 10 of 18. That's about 56% there. Uncommon of Waynesburg rather to be that sloppy from the free throw line. They're usually a little better than that. It is still a little closer, but Waynesburg will enter out of the timeout again, having a 7-point lead over the St. Vincent Bearcats, who sit tied for first in the South Division. This would be a great move, especially with Chatham losing right now to Bethany, to be able to get that game back that you lost early on in the season. Yancey has it off the inbound with 43 seconds left to shoot. Yancey's in the left wing. She tries to go in down low, rather, to Basher, but it soars over Basher's head, and the Yellow Jackets will get possession, as now a timeout's been taken by Sam Jones, and it'll be a 30-second one. But more importantly, that allows Waynesburg to inbound on their side of the court with 39.3 seconds left to go, still a 7-point lead.
Sam Jones pulls out the big whiteboard, writing down probably a play here to break the press that the Bearcats have really put on here in this fourth quarter. 7 points. All you have to do is get this ball in. The Bearcats are going to foul you most likely. You're going to have to sink a couple shots, and St. Vincent's going to have to get real lucky here and nail a couple of shots as well. So if you're the Yellow Jackets here, you're going to want to play as safe as possible. Get the ball in. Call a timeout if you need to. You still have two to your name.
Bethany,
get this ball in, get fouled, sink a couple free throws, game's over.
Bethany has officially won as well, a 74-67 win over the Chatham Cougars, who are the team ahead of Waynesburg in the standings. So a win here today would go a long way for the Yellow Jackets in their playoff hopes. Calista Friday gets it off the inbound, trying to take as much time as she can off the clock before the foul happens. Brooke Evans will be the one deemed to foul Friday. 34.8 seconds left to go. Or rather, she forces the ball out, last touch by Evans, so there won't be a foul, but Basher forcing Friday off the inbound down near the near sideline, forcing a turnover, but trying to say it was last touch by Friday. Officials won't go for it. And now McFadden is in charge of inbounding. So it goes to Moorbacher near the top of the key. And Moorbacher realizing, trying to take as much time as the clock as she can. Foul will go on Danielle Ponches for her second personal foul, sending Jules Moorbacher to the line. Moorbacher today 2 of 4 from free throws. Her first free throw off the left iron, no good. Moorbacher went 1 of 2 in the first quarter from the free throw line, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the third as well. So Moorbacher potentially could go 3 of 6 from her day if she makes this and push an 8-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Second free throw, nothing but net. 8-point lead for the Yellow Jackets, under near 30 seconds left to go in this game. And it's a full timeout for the Bearcats before we get there. 73-65.
8-point lead now. This game is everything but in the bag. The Bearcats calling a quick 30-second timeout right here to draw something up, try and get some points going. It's 30 seconds remaining. The Yellow Jackets have this one in the bag for the most part. Nothing stupid here. No fouls on any three-point shots. And the Yellow Jackets come out here victorious. All smiles for the Lady Yellow Jackets here in Latrobe.
Lady Jays looking to come away with an important victory as they've won 3 of their last 5 on a 3-game win streak. The Yellow Jackets have beaten Westminster, Franciscan, and Teal, 3 lower half PAC teams. However, their remaining schedule has a few familiar foes and really good foes at that, with St. Vincent, Hiram, Chatham, Washington, Jefferson, Grove City, and Bethany left. Waynesburg lost in the first half of the season to St. Vincent and Bethany, along with Chatham and W&J, for their 5 PAC losses in the first half of the season. However, a multitude of those games were by single digits. For St. Vincent, it was a 1-score game. For Chatham, it was a 5-point game. For W&J, it was a game that just happened because of a terribly atrocious first quarter, being outscored 21-2 in that process. As now both teams will exit the timeout huddles with an adjusted clock. It went from 30.9 to 31.2, so not even a half a second added onto the game, but Brooke Evans will do the inbounding for the Bearcats. She gets it to Pontius. Pontius in the right wing will try to go down low, and it's blocked by, Moorbacher and collected by Friday. McFadden will settle for being fouled by Yancey and will walk down to the other end of the court for her free throws.
A bit careless with the ball, the Bearcats were down the stretch in this fourth quarter. A couple late turnovers, not doing well. That's Yancey's fourth, although it's not going to matter. 22 seconds remaining. Kara McFadden's going to step up for two.
McFadden has a chance to have double-digit points on the day, and she's got it with that free throw. She now has 10. 74-65. Waynesburg could go up as much as 10 with under 30 seconds remaining here in this game. McFadden's second free throw is in as well, and it's a 10-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Pontius drives down quickly. St. Vincent, hasn't given up hope just yet. As a right corner three by Basher splashes down in a quick timeout from there. So Basher has 17 on her night, and the lead's cut to 7. But is it too late with the 30-second timeout taken by the Bearcats?
Cam Gissendanner calling a couple timeouts here late in the fourth quarter with no chance, really. 7-point game, 15 seconds remaining. Waynesburg has the basketball. You're going to have a lot of miracles go your way if you're going to win this game as St. Vincent.
Gissendanner understands the women's basketball sport. She played at Penn State, where she scored 1,200 career points, was named to all Big Ten honors the last 3 years of her collegiate career. She also played in the WNBA and at Europe. She played for the LA Sparks in 2008, and then along with overseas in Norway, where she was the league's top scorer and MVP that single season. Kara McFadden will do the inbounding with 15 seconds left to go. She gets it to Moorbacher, who is fouled immediately by Basher. Camden Basher gets her second personal foul there, and it'll send Moorbacher again to the line, who's not done too well from the free throw line today. 3 of 6, but has a chance to at least walk away 5 of 8, and more importantly, with a 10-point Waynesburg lead. First one will fall down for Jules Moorbacher. Moorbacher's second free throw. She takes 2 dribbles, skies it high and misses, so it's 4 of 8 for Moorbacher from the day from the free throw line. And here comes St. Vincent with 9 seconds left to go. Yancey shoots a right wing 3. That's almost null and void. And another foul by Basher on Mia Hankins with 4 seconds left to go and a 9-point lead. A little curious to know as why, but that means Mia Hankins is going to get to go to the free throw line, and more importantly, has a chance to score over 20 points. She'll be the only person in today's contest that have scored 20-plus points if she makes one of these 2 free throws. 76-68. Make that 77-68. Now Hankins with 20 points, looking for point number 21 in her evening. Be a season high for her, and it rattles off the left side, no good. So 77-68 will be your final score as the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets have dethroned the queens of the South Division in the St. Vincent Bearcats with your final score 77-68.